A very, very pregnant Cassie is being grilled by Diddy's defense lawyers today, and I've got more from her testimony. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer. And if you missed the video I posted earlier today about her testimony, watch that to be fully caught up. I'm really confused by the defense and some of their lines of questioning today, but hey, if they do a bad job, I'm thrilled. I think he's guilty. I want him behind bars forever. Cassie testified that Diddy's assistants would often set up the hotel rooms before a freak-off, and they would at times come in when they were staying there, but she added that she doesn't have any specific recollection of a staff member in the room when she was actively freaking off with Diddy and an escort. She never talked to any of his staffs about the freak-offs or even her friends, she said today. Cassie recounted that Diddy needed to know her whereabouts at all times. He was incredibly jealous and insecure, paranoid that she was cheating on him, even though he was cheating on her with many other women. If he was under the impression that she was with someone else, he would begin to call her incessantly. I really don't understand. I'm so confused. At one point, the female defense attorney asked Cassie about Diddy, "Would you say he was an addict?" She responded, "I would say he was an addict." When the defense lawyer asked if he was addicted to opiates, she said, "At a point, yes." Asked how she knows, Cassie answered, "Because he told me." Cassie testified today that she was jealous of Diddy's on-again, off-again relationship with deceased now baby mama Kim Porter. The defense is clearly trying to paint their relationship and her a very specific way. Cassie again testified today about her brief relationship with Kid Cudi, revealing that she used a burner phone to communicate with him because she was afraid of Diddy and what he would do if he saw any of the texts or emails. More text messages were presented as evidence to the jury. This exchange from March of 2018, wow, that was like pretty close to their breakup. In March of 2018, she wrote to Diddy, "I love our FOs, freak-offs." In 2018, she was still telling him she loves the freak-offs. A text from Diddy to Cassie read, "I want to freak off right now." She replied, "LOL, me too. I want to have fun with you." Whoa, whoa, whoa. This message from 2018 that he sent her said that he wanted a freak off, but if you're not into that, no problem. Making it seem like he was not forcing her to participate in these performances. Wow. Even more text messages. Wow. Even more text messages from Diddy, these from 2017, that make it seem the freak-offs were consensual. In 2017, he texted her about planning for a freak-off, quote, "Didn't hear from you," he said to Cassie, "so I just put some plans in motion. Let me know to stop." In a separate text, he said, "Just let me know if I'm heading in the wrong direction so I can cancel," seemingly giving her the option to participate or not. Cassie was asked by Diddy's defense attorney what his drug of choice was. She responded, "Ecstasy." Doesn't that mess with your mind if you take it that much? She testified yesterday that they would have freak-offs practically every single week for days. Whoa. Cassie said that Diddy became explosive if he found out that she would take illicit drugs without him. And she added that he told his drug dealers in Los Angeles to stop dealing drugs to her. Oh boy, now even more evidence of Cassie wanting to participate in freak-offs. In a July 2013 text message to him, she wrote, "Wish we could have FO'd before you left," meaning freak-offed. Ew. Cassie said that she and Diddy would call each other get high partners because they would get so high during their freak-offs. Whoa. Cassie also reveals that Diddy, according to her, had an overdose in February of 2012. She told the court, "That evening we had a freak-off. We went to a sex club in San Bernardino, and then he had a party at the Playboy Mansion that night, and I went home. From what he told me, he took a very strong opiate that night, but we didn't know what was happening, so we took him to the hospital." She shared that she learned that he had an overdose from a very strong opiate, she claims. Cross-examination at times today felt disjointed and meandering, such that at one point, Diddy's female defense attorney said, "I know, I'm all over the place." They are racing against a clock because they only have Cassie for half a day more tomorrow, and then that's it. Once again, why did the defense do this? I am just baffled. His lawyer submitted into evidence a text message from January 2017, where Cassie told Diddy to stop with the freak-offs because nothing good comes from them anymore. It seems like she had a love-hate relationship with them. And as I mentioned earlier, in 2018, she was back on board with the freak-offs at that moment in time. Cassie testified that Diddy once saw her doing drugs with a female friend. So what did he do? He hit her friend. Oh, Cassie also set the record straight about some of the baby oil rumors. This will hurt some of the people that sued him in civil court. Cassie testified today that all of the drugs were consumed orally. She told the jury that no drugs were placed in baby oil. That had been a rumor. Cassie said today that Diddy was obsessed with her relationship with Kid Cudi, and he would bring it up, quote, quite a bit. Cassie said that some of her friends knew about the abuse she suffered at his hands because sometimes they witnessed it. Cassie wrapped for the day. Defense will have more time with her tomorrow. The prosecution will then get an hour of redirect, and prosecutors just informed the court that they would like to bring forward more witnesses tomorrow, including former Danity Kane singer Dawn Richard. Dawn has filed a lawsuit against Diddy in civil court alleging sexual and physical abuse. Danity Kane was made on Making the Band, which Diddy was the mogul that oversaw. It was his MTV show, and they were signed to his label. I could tell that tomorrow the defense is going to ask more about the infamous 2016 Intercontinental Hotel freak-off, the one where we saw on the hotel security camera footage that he beat her. Today, the defense asked if she took some bad MDMA. She didn't recall. Also, she testified that Diddy didn't want to get caught in the Matrix during their freak-offs. She told the court that he expressed concern about getting caught in the Matrix, their code for getting too high during freak-offs. A matrix is like the high, and we would be getting too high for anything sexual to happen. There would be no performance, she told the jury. Oh my God, so much. Let's discuss it all in the comments.